Hey everyone, Michael Tiny Saul. It is Wednesday, June 22nd at 7:45 p.m. And this is a brand new stock market trading watch list for the week of June 20th, 2011. The prior list never fired off, and it was wiped out in the blog post that I put up last night. Make sure you're always checking the blog for updates. And now I've done my scanning, and I've come up with a boatload of setups. Now in this video, I'm only going to go over 4. The rest are going on the newsletter that I do. But these trades are all half size, and here's why. My opinion, and opinions are like noses, everybody's got one, so keep that in mind. And I know it's like kind of counterintuitive that I'm saying watch the video and going through all this work and then telling you to bear in mind that that's just another opinion. But yeah, that's what trading really is. If you're latching on to somebody and you're trying to follow their trades, or you've been scammed into thinking that you can replicate their $5 to $10 billion run, okay, that's a scam. That's a get-rich-quick scam. Okay, trading is a business. There's nothing wrong with listening to people's opinions. There's nothing wrong with reading newsletters and education and websites and chat rooms and Twitter streams. Okay, as long as you understand that the final decision should be yours and yours only. Okay, you may look at this Goldman Sachs chart and go, I don't know what the heck Tiny is talking about. This chart looks bullish to me. Okay, fine. Okay, you will never hear me claim that I am the be-all, end-all. I am one technical analyst. I've been doing this for a while. I'm set in my strategies. I'm set in my tactics. And I'm still evolving in my methodology, which will then change my strategy and tactics, even though they're quote-unquote set. Okay? So take the information and do what you want with it, not just with these videos, with everybody. If you're trying to ride the coattails of somebody, you're going to wind up being sorely disappointed. It may not happen now, but it will happen eventually. Okay? So there's plenty of good information out there. Just use it the right way. Anyway, that's a 2.5 minute soapbox preaching to everybody. But the reason I'm half size is that there are 4 stocks on this list, and there's no reason to risk full size on all 4 stocks. They're correlated in the sense that they have a specific pattern or close to the specific patterns, and they're correlated in the fact that the market will need to more than likely go down for these stocks to get hit. Now, that's not necessarily true. These stocks can move on their own, but more than likely, especially the other 3 stocks that I'm going to go over, the market, it would have to be like a falling tide or a crashing tide carries all boats. And I'm not calling it a crash. I'm just, I'm trying to make a metaphor for the opposite of a rising tide lifts all ships, okay? So anyway, that's why all these stocks are half size, okay? Great. Goldman Sachs. Goldman had been acting okay relative strength-wise as the market was continuing to sell off. This was forming, what appeared to be a potential base, but now it looks like another bear flag here. So 134.42 short, 137.82 stop. Move stops after an 80-cent gain is seen in the trade. Move stops to lock in 2 points on trade to 131.60. So stops would then be moved to 132.42 when we trade to 131.60. Half off plus 4, half off plus 8. So why 131.60? Because these lows are 131.50, and I'm putting it 10 cents above. Okay? So that's Goldman Sachs. ULTA. Ultra, what is it? Yeah, Ultra Salon Cosmetics and Fragrance. I'm sorry. I'm looking at 2 different charting platforms to read the name. I've never even heard of this stock before. All right, but it came up on my list today. This is why it has the doji after the nice expansion-like candle, and comparative to, it's all relative to what the what the price action is. But you can see this has been in a monster move since the lows back here in '09. And it has some nice pullbacks when it does pull in. So we're going to watch this one for a potential short. 61.04 entry, 63.04 stop. Half size, they're all half size. Stops move, not Moav, after 60 cents. So after a 60-cent gain, move stops break even. Half off plus 2, half off plus $4.30, or 4.3 points. Okay, broad soft. All right. Broad soft is a relative new issue as far as the chart is concerned here. And you can see it came just shy of the 200-day before getting this little 2-bar bounce. And then on Wednesday, it had this doji day. So it's right at the 20 EMA, 34.87 short, 36.87 stop, half size. Move stops after a 60-cent gain, half plus 2, half plus 520, which would be a test towards the 200-day moving average. And finally, Lulu. Okay, and this one has been ripping it up. This is also, I have to add it in because I must have forgot to write it. Okay. Lulu is half size also. Stock had a nice pop here, but this rejection candle after breaking to new high, after breaking to a new high, there we go, suggests that we could see a pullback here. So I'm looking at the gap fill at a minimum, all right, which would be a 4-point move, and then I want to see if we can get back to these moving averages. 101.90 entry, 105.30 stop, move stops after an 80-cent gain, okay, half size, half off plus 4, half plus 730. So those are the 4 new stocks for the brand new stock market trading watch list for the week of June 20th. Any questions, feel free to contact me. My contact info is at the beginning of this slide right before I start, right before the video on video slide, which is the slide right before I start yapping. So any questions, feel free to contact me. Have a great trading day on Thursday. I'll talk to everybody again tomorrow.